Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So we had this, checking in on Dashcoin, had this nice double top, triggered, went to both the targets. You can see here, pausing 345. We then had our reverse GAN box coming down, gave us our next key levels, 312 holding there. Next projection down gave us 279, came up just short of 279, but we had a very strong divergence down there, rallied back up. And now let me remove some of this other stuff so we can see what's going on. Retest those key lows and bouncing back to 12.5% level. So what are we watching for now? If we can actually get back up through 310, then we'll be watching for a return to about 324 to 327, and then the highs, and then that forms a really big double bottom pattern, which is very, very key. So that's what we're going to be watching for. I will map that out in 1 second. Let's see about going lower. If we can't hold this or don't trigger this and this first cross rotation zone pushes us lower, we'll be watching for 260 and then 238 are the major levels. This is another instance where you can also do a reverse GAN box, or it's virtually the same forward and a reverse in this one. And then you could look for the minor levels coming in at, right around 267. Now let's get back to that double. So it's still a potential double here. We're going to come over here and do our projections up, and now we need our double targets. I wish you could save these as presets in this program, but you can't. And let's see what that looks like. So put it back on auto. All right, so that gives us nice first cluster at 371 to 372. Right here's very strong cluster. Then another cluster right at 387.88. Then final at 402. Let's go check in on that daily chart to see how it looks. So only trouble with this is if it were to trigger anytime in the next couple days, it's going against the rotation zone. At least the rotation zone is right at the stop reduction, but it's still slightly lower probability. So this is a more aggressive trade because it can easily come up here, not even hit the stop reduction, hit the top of 21, and then rotate back down. Or it would have to be really slow and start letting the 21 get out of the way. But those are the potential levels and the targets for Dashcoin. Switching over quickly to EOS, which looks like an absolute mess, so I'll zoom out in a second. We had this double bottom. It would have to be traded on a shorter time frame. Came up, hit the second target, hit the second target again. By the way, let me take this away now. This was not a double top pattern because there was not enough long enough move before we hit the two tops. So this is just two tops at the same level. Came down. Buyer stepped in again here. It looks just like a complete mess on this time frame. That's why we're looking at it on a daily time frame to see what we're watching for. So right now we're really caught between the 37.5, just slightly above there, and the 50% retracement levels, and we have the rising 200 simple moving average and the top of the rotation zone to 21 sort of pinching it together. So we're going to watch for it to get out of these levels. To the upside, if it gets above this 21, we're watching for 642 and then major level at 685. We got the declining 50 and a GAN level. If we break down, we'll be watching for key support at 515, and then if that breaks, not a good sign, especially on a closing basis, then we'd be watching for 472. So that's what we have for you on EOS. Finally, over to Stellar. Stellar triggered this double top pattern right here, hitting all the key levels down, and then eventually hitting the 0.75 retracement level is 0.189. Holding there, we have the declining rotation zone again, first cross going with the downward move right now. So on any rally, minor resistance coming in at about 0.20. More major resistance coming in about 0.207 to 211. It really have to get above all these moving averages again before we're interested. If this level does not hold this 0.189 level, then we'll watch for a return to 1.1738. And then the lower prices. Let's look in at the daily chart to help us get the bigger perspective. So again, running up, can't get it close beyond the rotation zone, just dropping like a rock. And not as much momentum going down today, so it looks like it's losing a little momentum. But if it does break down from this level, then we'd watch the return to the lows If those lows are broken, then we'd be watching for 0.16399 at this point. The upper end of the rotation zone, which is going to be very key, is also coming in about 0.2294. So on a strong rally, 0.2294 to about 0.2314 is going to be major resistance. So if you did any bottom pecking or got a buy signal, make sure you at least move off a stop in that area, because it could rotate back down here again. So we have for you on Stellar, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.